All right, I'm ready. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
How you doing, Chester?
What's going on, man?
Not too bad. Just getting my crap set up here. I was actually watching y'all's DVD, the Live in Texas.
Yeah.
Here in my studio. I was getting ready for the interview, so.
What do you think?
I like it. It's I was going to get into it later, but I like the camera work. I know that y'all used a bunch of different camera guys.
Right.
I'm out of breath now getting all that together. And I like it. I like that there's like pictures of of the foot playing the bass drum, and there's Joseph's little camera right there in the corner, and it's good. The up the nose cameras, I call it. They're just everywhere.
It was pretty awesome filming it because the camera guys, we work with them a lot, so it was almost like they weren't even there in a sense, even though we had guys like there. You could see some shots where you could see like 3 or 4 camera guys walking around on stage with us, and we really didn't even know they were even there for a lot of the shots because they just knew how to stay out of our way yet get up in our faces and stuff. And we really wanted to we wanted everybody to see everything that is involved with the show. Everything Joe's doing, everything that Rob is doing. Even down to like those cool shots where they show the bass string just kind of like wobbling, and it's just like all that kind of stuff is just why I think it's really cool. It's shot really well. It looks like it's shot with film, and it looks really just cinematic, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it really does. Those handheld cameras, they were using those in some fancy-ass cameras. It's great quality. Now, as I was reading in the liner notes, it was directed by Kimo Proudfoot. Now, that's not a what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. It's not Joseph, is it?
No.
Okay, so why didn't Joseph take a hand in directing this, since he has been directing a lot of the band's recent videos?
Well, Kimo has been directing some other things for us, like all of our commercials, all of the things that led up to Meteor, all those little shots, the the commercials with the girl and the little kind of army of kids that were around the world spray painting LP all over the world. He filmed those, and he also directs our live. It puts together live video screen stuff, and we've been really happy with it. So when we're out there doing, performing live, it's kind of hard for Joe to say, okay, cut over here, and we need some more shots of this part of the crowd or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's up on stage, and then you're basically relying on editing, which Joe's really good at, and he's got a really good team of people that do that. But to make sure it was done really correctly, Joe did collaborate with Kimo a lot on what was going on. But Kimo's a really great guy, and he really gives us good product.
No, definitely makes sense when you say that. Now, as I was watching it, I noticed the part where Lars comes out there with the Hulk hands and gives you a couple of fake jabs. But as fans may or may not know, hopefully as they hear this, they know this. The tour, the Live in Texas DVD and CD was recorded this past summer on the Metallica Summer Sanitarium tour.
Yeah.
Was there any tour pranks, or do you have a particularly favorite Metallica moment from the past summer?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of favorite Metallica moments. I think one of my favorite Metallica moments was actually getting invited on the tour.
Yeah, that'd be pretty big.
And hearing those guys just speak so highly of our band, just kind of it made me really proud of us. In a different sense, our fans make us really proud too, because they're the ones who are really supporting us and have put us here. But to hear, a group like that I literally have every Metallica song downloaded into my car, so that I don't have to, I don't have to listen to anything else.
Right.
Pretty much. It's kind of awesome to have that kind of respect from people like that, and they're really great guys too. You'd think for a band that's been around that long and has that much respect, and basically can do anything they want. They were really humble and really great, nice guys. They treated all the bands with lots of respect, and it's just really cool to be part of that. And when Lars came out with the bunny ears on and the Hulk hands and started punching, started doing that, it was hard to keep a straight face. It was hard to keep performing because, I mean, it was just so funny to see this guy that I've looked as like a kind of like this monster kind of rock kind of guy running out and being silly.
Yeah.
And kind of bonding with us in that sense was cool. got to hang out with Lars too out in Ireland, and we went out to bars and to a couple clubs and just got hammered together. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that has to be kind of a special moment when you and Lars can get crap faced together.
It is. I mean, it's like we're sitting there hanging out, and it's like, hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Let's have some drinks. Cool. Hang out and listen to him reminisce about all their stories, and let me tell my one story, because we just basically are babies in this industry. So it was pretty cool just to sit back and listen to him and his guys just kind of talk about everything, and it's a really cool experience. But still, I mean, we played a prank on Metallica on the last day of the tour, and we came out and set up a picnic on their top riser. And ate some sandwiches, had a couple Cokes. I think they had a couple ramps that dropped in on either side of Lars, and I did some skateboarding down those and crashed a couple times. Almost took out the drum set, but they were cool about it.
That's good. All right. 'Cause it's
everybody was really enjoying it. James was kind of like, "What the hell is going on?" I could see it in his face. He was like, "Why isn't anybody killing these guys?" And then he kind of figured out, oh, everybody's kind of in on it, and it's funny, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that has to be a good moment when you can have a picnic table on Metallica stage.
It was pretty awesome.
Well,
best seats in the house.
Yeah, pretty damn close. Let's talk about the tour that's coming up. Does it have a title yet? The tour that's coming up with POD, Hoobastank, and Story of the Year.
Yeah, I don't think we've named the tour yet.
Okay,
we're still kind of kicking around a name for the tour. I'm really excited about it. I think that POD's new record is just kicking, and those guys, I'm so proud of those guys because they've proved to be a band that can just crank out records.
Yeah,
really good records. You know what I mean? They're great live. They're awesome guys, and I couldn't be happier to have them on tour with us.
Now, according to some of the press releases and some of the different news stories I've seen, we have what is called the tentative set date for March 10th here in San Antonio.
Right.
Now, anybody listening to this, it ain't official till we say it's official. But
March 10th. Not official because we're trying to work around the hockey and basketball and all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of hard to find the right place. We don't want to have to be stuck in an arena where there's no general admission and everybody's sitting on seats or something, and that's just no fun. We want everybody to have a really great experience, and we want it to be at the right place. So
definitely.
That's the only thing. That's the only reason why we haven't confirmed in all of the dates, is because we're still trying to squeeze in a couple and make sure that we can get to those cities.
Now, as the band is becoming a headlining act, or has been a headlining act, and this tour is definitely a headlining show, how long does it take for you as a band and as a company of Linkin Park to design the stage, to design the tour, and prepare for headlining with 3 other bands? How long is that actual process before y'all even do the first show?
Well, our production guys, they've been working on set designs and kind of taking what we've already had and taking what we making some new kind of changes, adding video content, all that kind of stuff, changing lighting, all this kind of really cool stuff for months. And I've been I'm involved in the touring aspect of everything as far as the bands and routing and things like that. So I've been dealing with this for the last 2.5 months.
Wow.
Trying to find bands, trying to find the right bands to tour with. We don't on this tour we don't have any sponsors, so it's kind of hard to find really great bands to come on at and get paid less than what they could probably POD could probably get paid more if they went out on their own. But the idea is you put a really great show together and you have a low ticket price, and people are going to come see the show. You know what I mean? And certain bands kind of get that, and so you have to find them, and it's hard to. Not everybody's schedule. A lot of bands want to get to work, they can't work it out. So it takes a few months to kind of go through and make sure that everything's going to run smoothly before you can even say this is what we got going on.
Very, very interesting.
It's pretty intense. I mean, most bands rely on other people to do it. We kind of take it all on ourselves. We make our own videos. We do, we just did an MTV special, and we filmed and edited all of it. And most bands just don't do that. And so it's kind of weird to spend that much time on on setting up a tour. But that's what we do.
That's how it is. Yeah, I know that from being on this end of the business, but a lot of fans don't realize that, it takes a long time to basically get your crap together.
Exactly, I mean,
it's just very
we're just
true.
lucky that POD has a new record coming out, and Hoobastank has a new record coming out, and Story of the Year is making quite a big mark, and they all wanted to come out with us, and they were all, everything kind of, that's the cool thing about tours is they started as ideas, and things just kind of fall into place, naturally, and it's pretty amazing to see it come together at the end.
All right, well, one last question for you, because my time is getting thin over here as I look at the clock. Let's talk about, let's get the latest update regarding your medical condition. I mean, what is it? Because the last time that I, as the news guy, really seen anything about your medical condition, you had some type of surgery, you had some type of, I don't know, pills or something, and you're kind of doing better, but I don't really know.
I did have a surgery. I'm supposed to get one, but I have to wait till, I'm going to wait till we're done touring. Because it's going to take a few months to recover, and so
what do they have to do to you?
Basically, like the problem that I have that's existing isn't really the thing that isn't really what put me in the hospital. What put me in the hospital was what they believe is some kind of random virus that they couldn't find, probably intestinal, and so but it knocked me out. I mean, I lost 17 pounds in 9 days, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty miserable experience. But other than that, they have no idea. They have no idea. I've had every test done to me. I've been tested for literally every virus, every disease on the planet. The best thing is I came out with a clean bill of health, and they found I have a hernia in my stomach that I have to have fixed, but that's about it.
Wow.
Oh. So I will eventually have to go in and have surgery on my hernia just to have it fixed, so it doesn't cause any long-term problems. But that's like an 8-week process, and then I want to make sure that my stomach is strong enough to jump around the stage like I do. Yeah,
I was gonna say, does the hernia in your stomach area affect the power you can put behind your singing?
The only way it really gets in the way is sometimes, when we first started touring, I had to cancel a show in Evansville, Indiana, because my esophagus was severely burnt from the acids of my stomach.
Yeah.
So, and it caused laryngitis and infection in my throat. So, those are the kind of things that can happen, with what I have. But, if I just watch what I eat and don't drink to excess and all that kind of stuff, I'm fine. But sometimes I just kind of, when I'm performing, I'll vomit a little bit up.
Well, yeah.
when I'm singing, but that's about it. Normally you can't even tell. You won't even notice if I do it.
Wow, that's kind of like the acid reflux in a way.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I've done that talking a lot here because being a DJ, and all of a sudden you got what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that, but it's kind of like the most extreme version of it.
Ugh.
It's really fun.
Yeah, as my brother says, just drink tea. Just drink tea. That's all you got to do is drink tea, and you'll be fine. So, okay. Well, Chester, I'm thoroughly over my limit here, but thank you for your time today.
Hey, no problem, man.
And we look forward to seeing you sometime here in San Antonio in the spring.
All right, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Outside the boundaries of their phony world of kicks is the ever-present possibility of discovery. This must be avoided at all costs. For discovery brings with it the penalties of society. Shame, arrest, prison. Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville.